And now I would like to introduce Aditya Haripurkar, who is here to present HitKey. Please welcome Aditya to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Aditya, and I manage HitKey. We are a Singapore-based startup. We are members of the Singapore FinTech Association, and last year we were one of the finalists of the MAS FinTech Awards. A quick word on our team. We come from a banking and consumer media background, and we have built a solution that we think will elevate the digital banking experience. So before we jump into the problem that we are trying to solve, let's have a look at the context. The context is that today, smartphone users spend most of the time either on chat or social applications, or they spend the remaining amount of time on e-commerce activities. Now, given this, what is the state in Japan? So what you'll notice is it's very similar. The dominant chat platform here in Japan is LINE, of course. 80% of the population here uses mobile messengers. And a lot of people also spend a lot of time on e-commerce activities with popular platforms such as Rakuten, Amazon, and so on. So given this is clearly established that today on a smartphone device, users spend time either on chat or social applications, or they spend time on e-commerce activities. Now, what are banks doing to address this? Are they playing an integral role in a consumer's day-to-day mobile usage? So let's look at some of the statistics. In Japan alone, if you look at the number of people who have a bank account, and you compare that with the mobile banking penetration, there's clearly a large gap that exists here that needs to be addressed. And how do you address that? So we think we have a solution that will elevate the digital banking experience. So HitKey provides a white label keyboard software. It's a smartphone keyboard software that we provide to banks. It's completely custom built for financial institutions, where you can integrate functions such as payments, sending and requesting payments, looking at your transaction history, viewing balances, essentially bringing your digital banking experience within any chat or social application. And because we provide the product in the form of an SDK, it's fully secure and compliant with your existing systems. So let me show you how the keyboard experience works with the demo. So here you go. This is a typical smartphone user where my home screen is flooded with these chat or social applications. So let's assume I'm speaking to a friend of mine online. And if you see online here, my friend here is requesting for some money. So currently, the process involves me leaving my chat screen and moving to my banking mobile app, authenticating, doing the fund transfer, and coming back again. So here, what we can do for banks is essentially build this custom-built keyboard. So here, the keyboard that you see has been custom-built by us. So here, you might have a banking button right here on top. So I might tap on it. I can authenticate to the bank servers. So once I authenticate, then I can select the beneficiary. Again, you can pull in your beneficiary list from your existing internet banking platform. So I'm selecting the contact. I enter the amount. I click Next. Here, I'm looking at the confirmation screen. And then, boom, I'm doing a payment right here. And then I'm sharing this link with the other person. So here, essentially, what's happening is you're not taking the customer out of what he was exactly doing. The context remains. So likewise, I'm showing you an example of LINE. So once the customer is using your keyboard, the same keyboard will be available in any of your social apps. So here is Facebook Messenger. Here is Instagram. I might be talking to a business on Instagram, and I want to make a quick payment. I could do that right here. Or even, you might be even sending an email to someone, and it'll pop up right here. So this is what the keyboard is doing. Essentially, it's allowing banks to have a ubiquitous presence in a user's mobile journey. So if I quickly jump back into my presentation. So essentially, what we are trying to do here is create this customer-centric interface that allows the banks to provide their core banking services within any app. And the beauty about it is the fact that a bank does not need to integrate with any of these app platforms, the chat platforms. And also, strategically, it's also potentially countering any potential threat that the banks might face from the big platforms such as Google, Amazon, Tencent, and Facebook. So again, what's the opportunity that exists in Japan with such a solution? So if you look at the current C2C e-commerce market, it's currently at 100 billion yen, and it's projected to keep growing. There's a statistic that says that 35% of the population here makes a purchase on mobile, so there's a validation for this. And lastly, the basket size per e-commerce user is one of the highest in Asia. So these are some of the financial institutions that we're working with in Southeast Asia as well as in the Middle East. Our revenue model is a simple annual licensing software which is based on the number of users. We would love to have the opportunity to elevate the digital banking experience here in Japan as well, and I hope to speak to you soon. Thank you.